Hello and welcome to this quick tutorial, part 3 of the Visual Basic Basics, Tricks and Tips. Now, from what we've done in part 1 and part 2, we have downloaded Visual Basic. We have then created a basic web browser with common controls, and now we are making a notepad. With savable, you can save the text and open the text that you want. Okay, so first of all we're going to need to have our form 2, and you can customize it to whatever you want. So what we did when we were doing in lesson 1, when we added the icons, we customized the form, we added the background color, etc., which I will now change. I will add a background image to show you what else you can do. Okay, and then we need a, like I was saying, now you can add, we're going to need to add 2 buttons here. Delete that button, and we'll just copy this button to make it the same. Okay, and then you're going to need to add a rich text box. Now, put this throughout the whole screen, and actually add another button, and put it over here. Make button 3 web browser. That means that when we click that, it will go back to the web browser. Make button 2 open, and button 1 save. Okay. Now, this next part is quite tricky and it's a lot of code, but it's very basic. Okay, so I've got it saved to a file because I can't remember it, so I will open it up. The save button. Now I do know what this all does, and you'll be thinking, if you're a beginner, what the hell? Sorry, heck. Okay, so dim save file as new save file dialog, which will just open up a dialog for saving things. A dialog is like when you open up something in Microsoft Office Word, there'll be a dialog that pops up. Okay, file name, just leave that blank. That means that it won't automatically go to a file location. Filter means it will allow text files, and we also need to copy that and allow it to have rich text files. So copy that. You can name it whatever you want, but make sure it's a RTC. And there's the title, so at the top of the dialog it will say save, and save file.show dialog will show the dialog. Now this tries, I don't actually know what this means, but it's saving rich text box 1.txt to a file. Okay, so that's what that's doing. Now we're going to need to have the open button. I'll just get the code for that. Okay, so paste that in. Now it's doing the same as above, except opening the file. Okay, also copy and paste from the quotation mark to the quotation mark, and from the quotation to the quotation mark, paste it. Now I think I've done RTC. I don't think it's meant to be that, but oh well. Now, we need to go back to Form 1. Like I was saying, you need to really look at Part 1 and Part 2 to really get what I'm coming from. So double click Notepad and then go form2.show me.height. So like I was saying earlier in the last part, that me is used if you're closing the form or hiding the form you're in, and form 2, or the form you are closing, is used if you're closing the form that you're not in, kind of. So it's a bit confusing, but You will get it eventually. So we'll debug that. So we had a look at the web browser before, it works fine. Also, look at these. Go widgets and then notepad, and this opens up. Now we can save. We won't save it just yet, we'll enter some text. Then we will save it. Okay, so we're going to save that as save one. Save it, and then we'll delete it, make something else, and then we'll open it. There we go. Okay, so obviously this doesn't work, so we need to code that button. So we'll go back to form 2, double click on web browser, and then go form 1 dot show me dot hide. Now we will be doing protect, which means we need to create a new Windows form. Now make this form maximized, then go to show in taskbar. So see the little thing down here? This will then disappear and it won't show it, but the window will be open. Show icon false, we don't want any of this. And then we're going to do a form border style. Now this changes here, but we want none. Okay, and then I will make the screen color dark, and then we'll go down to Windows, and we'll need to go to form 1 and go me dot bring to front. Okay, go back to form 3. Now this is basic, it's not going to be like a fancy thing. If people know how to push the start button on the keyboard, then they'll know how to bypass this little protect thing. But this is like a little password protect, sorry. Now we're going to need to make sure that this text is white so you can see it, and change the text to password. Okay, so this is a basic introduction to password protection. Okay, so click on the text box and then go to password chart. It's all alphabetical order, and enter a little asterisk. Now you'll see what this does in a second. Okay, and also we need to have a little button and make that button say login. Now that button, we'll double click that and we'll make it form 1 dot show me dot hide. So go back to form 1 and double click protect and make it say form 3 dot me dot hide. Okay, so we'll show you what this little password chart does in a second. Character. Okay, so go to widgets, protect. Now as you can see, it is easily bypassed, but you know, it's a little trick. So go back into it, sorry about that, protect, and then as you can see, when I type it comes up with a little asterisk, because that's what the password character is doing. Okay, but right now, I forgot to add in a very important part of protect, which is if text box 1.text equals quotation marks user 1000, then as you can see this comes up, so just copy and paste that, make sure that this says endeth, then we'll try that out. So we'll go widgets, protect. As you can see, nothing's happening because I didn't type in the right password, sorry. And if I type in the right one, voila, works. Okay, so that is the end of part 3. Watch part 4 we're going to make a little bit more advanced login system.